Hey guys, Malika here from Malika Semper Astrology, and let's talk all things Libra today because the sun is shifting into Libra today, September 22nd, 2025 let me look at the chart, 11:19 a.m. Pacific time. The sun will stay in Libra till October 22nd this year. And so if you're a Libra, now is your time, now is your season. So Libra is an air sign. And Libra is also of the mode cardinal, and Libra is ruled by Venus. So let's talk about those things. So, Libra being an air sign, immediately we go up into the head. Libra can really live inside of the head, inside of the intellect. Now, Libra is the sign of relationship and marriage and partnership and being part of a team, being part of a duo, having people around them. They're a social sign and they're concerned with how do I relate to others? What are my relationships like? Is there harmony there? Is there peace there? Is there balance there amongst my friendships, but also my romantic connections? Now, even though it's interesting, so even though Libra is relationship based, which is really heart stuff, it's almost like they pull that heart stuff up into the head and they think about relationships. They talk about relationships. They can talk about their feelings and who they have a crush on and who they're in love with. But are they actually dropping into the heart to feel it as well? They can talk about it all day, but are they actually feeling it is part of the work for Libras to drop into the heart space and feel the emotion of it as much as they analyze and think about partnership. Okay. They love a good conversation. Excuse me. They love a good conversation. They love mental connection. As long as they can mentally connect with you, sit in a space with you and have interesting topics to talk about, share ideas, bounce ideas off of you, get advice, get insight as much as they're giving advice and giving insights. This is their jam. This is what makes them happy. Now, because they live in their head so much and they are the sign of the scales of balance, they do have a reputation for having a hard time making decisions. So they can be quite indecisive because they can see both sides of the coin. They can see the pros and cons of everything. And they sort of get stuck in the middle then, which is the right choice to make. So oftentimes they'll give their ideas to someone else and receive that feedback or have the other person make the ideas for them, right? They're very charming. We love the Libras at the party. We love the Libras at the social gathering. There's something quite graceful and elegant about Librans. There's a politeness oftentimes. There is a tendency for them to fear rocking the boat or disagreeing because they don't want to create disharmony. They don't want to create waves, right? And so they'll smile and they'll agree and they'll sit pretty and use their manners. Because of that, sometimes Librans get this reputation for being fake because they are trying to act how the others want them to act. They're trying to be the person that the other people want them to be, the person that the other people like best. So they can sort of shapeshift or act as though they are that person. And then there's a tendency there's a tendency for losing themselves, like losing their authentic self, especially when they're in partnerships. Libra is the one sign that can really, Libra and Pisces, but Libra is the one sign that can really lose their autonomy and their independence because instead of I, it becomes we. And everything is we. What about the self? What about the individual? So there's a tendency when they're in relationships for a long time, they sort of lose their individuality. Um, they merge and they become one, or they become what the partner wants them to become. So there's a whole journey around, remaining independent, remaining in their own sovereign power, and doing this dance of interdependence while remaining independent. Sort of hard for Libra to do. They're the ones who are going to want to like have everyone come with them wherever they go. I'm going to run to the store. Will you come with me? I'm going to go on a bike ride. Let's grab the tandem bike and ride on the bike together. Right? They're people persons. They're person people, and they want somebody by their side. Oftentimes, they feel more like themselves when they are in relationship than they do when they're solo, right? Um, there's also something to be said for aesthetically pleasing surroundings with Librans because they are ruled by Venus, and Venus is beauty, Venus is love, Venus is social and relationships. But because they're ruled by Venus, there's a real sense of things that are beautiful and things that are not. So, you put a Libra in a room and they're checking the colors on the wall and the art and the decor and the way the lighting comes through comes through the windows. And it affects their mood. So if they are in aesthetically pleasing surroundings, there is a sense of well-being. If they are not in aesthetically pleasing surroundings, it can affect their well-being. Even so far as like eating off the most prettiest plate or grabbing the perfect coffee cup to drink out. If they would not dream of drinking out of an ugly coffee cup in the morning, it would ruin their whole day. So people can judge them on that, but it actually affects their well-being. So being in beauty, adorning themselves, they love the perfect outfit. They love the perfect jewelry and accessories to go with that. They are Venusian, and so they create beauty. They walk in beauty and they want to be around beauty. And oftentimes, especially Libra risings, there's a beauty and there's an elegance to them that we can see visually, a visual beauty, if you will. So, there's something about fairness and justice with Librans too. They're striving for things to be fair and to be balanced. Equilibrium is really important for them, right? Um, they see both sides of the situation and therefore they make amazing mediators, counselors, marriage counselors, couples therapy, things of that nature. They want to help the people. They're going to be naturally intellectual, naturally curious because it's an air sign. Um, so again, that intellectual connection and having great conversations is going to be really important to them, oftentimes above, you know, all else. Something to watch for with Libras, they can be the people pleasers of the zodiac. They can become the yes people. They can become the doormats because they're constantly just trying to please others, right? Being the yes person, being the people pleaser, and then they forget how to say no. They forget how to stand up for themselves. They forget their own voice because everything is we. So that's part of the work for Libra to remain, um, in their own agency while also relating to other people. But they're fun. They're going to be, the life of the party. They're talkative. They're very pleasant and charming to be around. We love our Librans. They can be busy. They can be on the go because they are that air sign. And there's a bit of energetic that comes with the air sign, right? They want to go out for that coffee date. They want to go out to the dinner party. They want to go to the social gathering because it feeds them to be around people. They are the people persons, person peoples. Okay, so if you have a Libra in your life, wish them a beautiful, happy birthday. If you are that Libra, it's your season and enjoy it. And I will be back next week. Thanks for watching.